Welcome. This is the second video in a 10 class series talking about the different bodies that we recognize in Kundalini Yoga. So last week we started with the soul body, and now we're going to work through the next 3 weeks will be the mental bodies that we have. So the first of those is the negative mind. Then we have the positive mind, and after that, the neutral mind. So we have 3 different minds. The negative mind is not a bad mind. We actually really want the negative mind because it's a filter. It filters out the thoughts that are not important, or it may filter out thoughts that are important, but that depends whether it's in balance or not. So think of the negative mind as this kind of filter for all the thoughts that we have. It said that in a blink of an eye, we have 1,000 thoughts. So if you have all of those thoughts, you need to get rid of some so that you know which one is important. So the negative mind helps us to determine what thought we're actually going to think and what thought we're actually, what thought will actually use. So it's a very important thing, especially in the world we live in today, where there's so many distractions. There's so many things that can take your attention away from what you're really wanting to do. So this practice today is a practice, it's a physical practice that we'll do that's for balancing the negative mind, and then also a meditation that's for the negative mind. So you might do this practice, one, if you just want to do some yoga and feel balanced. This is especially good for you if you're overly negative, right? If you are just everything, you're filtering everything out. You're just like, ugh, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to think anything. I don't want anything in my life. I'm just, blah, over it all, right? Don't want to think about anything. That's an overactive negative mind. Or if maybe you get swayed into doing things that you don't actually want to do, right? If you are overwhelmed or anxious by all the different thoughts that you have, this could help you to strengthen the negative mind so that you don't have to have all of those thoughts. You have a strong filter, and only the things that are important to you and your soul are what come through. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to tune in with the opening mantra, Ong Namo Gurudev Namo, and then we'll go into our practice. So find a comfortable seat, close the eyes, start to connect with your breath. Bring the palms together and start to rub the palms. Let the palms come and rest in front of the heart. Let the elbows come out to the side. Relax the shoulders down the back. Close the eyes and focus up at the third eye center. Take a deep breath in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale deeply. Hold the breath in. Press the palms. Relax the shoulders. Use this holding of the breath to help clear the mind. Just hold the breath. It'll help focus the mind, clear the mind just by holding the breath in. And through the nose, exhale. Relax the hands down onto the knees. Move right into this set, the negative mind kriya for protection, that filter for our psyche. So letting the hands come onto the knees, I'm going to start to circle the spine around. If you're sitting on a cushion or pillow, you can let that go and just sit right on the floor, and then start to circle your spine in one direction, doing Sufi grind, inhaling forward, exhaling back. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. Taking the time to open up the spine, the hips, the breath. Breathing nice, big, full breaths every time you come forward as your inhale, every time you come back as your exhale. Next time you come forward, start to circle the other way, go around the other way, circling in Sufi grind, but now circling in the opposite direction. Continuing to breathe, inhale as you come forward, exhale as you come back.
Can you hear me?
Circling around with Sufi grind. And then we'll come to center, take a nice big breath in here. Hold the breath again for a moment. And exhale, release. Okay, take a few breaths here just to notice how it feels different after those first couple exercises. Now we're gonna come into this funny little walk. So you're gonna come down into a squat. Come into a squat. It's nice if you can let go of whatever's underneath you, maybe just the yoga mat. You're gonna have your hands on your knees and you're gonna do a little bit of a walk just back and forth on your mat. You're gonna bring one knee up in this squat as the other one comes down, and then you're gonna switch it and you're gonna step forward. So it's a little step forward, doing this little walk on your mat. And then you can kind of turn around when you get to one end, but you're working one knee down and then the other knee down, trying to keep the hands on the knees, doing a little walk up and down. Last little bit with this. And then come and lay down on your back. Go ahead and come and lay down on the back. Can you hear music? Oh, you can. Okay, I can't hear the music, but you can hear the music. That's interesting. Mercury retrograde. Okay. Come down on the back, lay down on the back. We're gonna make this a very active posture in a moment, okay? So I want you to kind of work your shoulders underneath your back, really get the shoulders underneath the back. Keep the legs straight, don't bend the knees, okay? Press into your shoulders, lift your hips up, press into your heels. So your heels and your shoulders are on the ground, your head's still on the ground, and you're lifting your hips up. Just the hips are lifting up into the air. And then I want you to do a breath of fire. Start to pump the breath in and out through the nose. So try to keep the legs straight. Hips lifting, really squeezing the glutes. We're not here for a super long time. I know it's challenging, but try to keep the head and the shoulders relaxed on the ground, the heels pressing into the ground, and press the hips up. And inhale, squeeze the hips up a little bit more. Exhale, relax the hips down, relax the arms by the side, just relax on your back for a moment. Then flip yourself around and come onto your belly. I'm going to come into Cobra pose. Pressing your hands right underneath your shoulders. Lining up your legs behind you. And I want you to press into your hands. Just come up as much works for your spine this morning. Lifting the chest, pressing into the hands. And then find a position where you can bend the knees now. So maybe your hands are totally straight. Maybe your elbows are bent. Maybe your forearms are on the ground. And then bend your knees so that your toes are pointing right up towards the ceiling. And then cross the ankles. Just hold yourself here. Feel your heart lifting. Nice, calm breaths. Good. Inhale deeply, lift the heart up a little bit more. Exhale, relax yourself down. And then bring yourself into easy pose. Come into a cross-legged position and relax there for a moment. Okay, so coming into easy pose, we're going to bring our fingers into Gyan Mudra. So sitting in a cross-legged position, sit up nice and tall on your cushion or your pillow. We're going to bring the fingers into Gyan Mudra, index finger and thumb touch. Let that relax on your knees so that your elbows are straight. We're going to start to work with the eyes and the breath. We're going to coordinate the breath and the eyes. So you're going to look up to the upper left corner of your vision as you sniff in. Then you sniff in again and look up to the upper right. Then you look down to the lower right and exhale a little bit. And then you look down to the lower left and exhale. So every time you're looking down, you're exhaling out a little sniff. And every time you look up, you're inhaling. You're going in a circle. So it's upper right, sniff in. Upper left, sniff in. Upper right, sniff in. Lower left, lower right, exhale. Lower left, exhale. Upper right, I keep saying this is Mercury retrograde. Upper left, upper right, lower left. And you do a little sniff to the as you look up, down, exhale, exhale. 2 little sniffs in, 2 little sniffs out. And you get to look really cool like I just did. Okay, go. This is working a lot of the nerves in the brain. We're working with the mind. The mind is not just in the brain, but obviously a big portion of our mind is in the brain. So by working the eyes like this, we're working 4 of the cranial nerves. There's 12 nerves in the brain, and 4 of them help move the eye. So 1/3 of your nerves are being worked right now. You can start to change the brain, change the mind. Good, inhale. Close the eyes, relax the eyes. Exhale and just breathe with the eyes closed. Good. We're going to take it back onto the back, come down onto your back. This is one of my favorite exercises. Honestly, it is really one of my favorite exercises. I love how I feel after this one. But like flush to the head and the kind of cleansing of the neck is really nice. So what you're gonna do is bend your knees and wrap your arms around your knees, squeeze the knees into the chest, and then lift your head up to bring your nose as deep between your knees as possible. So if you can get your forehead up to your knees, do that. Really try to lift yourself up as much as possible. Have the knees the ankles uncrossed, and squeeze yourself up and then start breath of fire. Start to pump the belly in and out, holding that head up there. That pressure that starts to build in the neck, we really want it. Again, there's this nice little flush of the neck, and then you get this nice, beautiful opening in the mind, this new fresh blood in the brain afterwards. We got to work for it a little bit here. So keep pumping the breath in and out with breath of fire. Squeeze those knees and keep that head up. You got it. Last 15 seconds. Good. Inhale, come all the way up. Really lift that head up as high as you can. Exhale, relax the head down, relax the arms down, relax the legs, let everything relax on the ground. And just relax here. Good. Bring your knees into your chest. Rock up and down the spine. And come up into a seat. You're going to come into a seat on your heels. So your knees are out in front of you. Let's start on the heels. Sitting on the heels. And if it feels okay on your knees, start to separate the heels. And if you can, sit in between the heels. Okay, that's the first part. Knees still stay together, okay? So knees don't splay out too far. Okay, if this feels okay in your body, you're gonna take your hands behind your back and start to lean yourself back, okay? Coming back. And just finding the place where your personal edge is. Maybe it's right here. Maybe you can come all the way down. You come all the way down, take your arms up overhead. Reach your arms up over the head. Just relax here as much as you can, breathing into any tension. There should be no pain in the knees. Just long, deep breaths. Start to press into your hands and lift the heart. Coming back up. And coming all the way back up to a seat. And then coming forward onto your hands and your knees. You can stretch those legs out behind you. Maybe you stretch one leg out behind you and push into the toes. And then bring the other leg behind you, push into the toes. Great. And come into a crawling position. So hands right underneath the shoulders, knees right underneath the hips into tabletop. And then really press into your fingers and your finger pads. Tuck the toes behind you and start to press into your hands. Lift the hips up towards the sky. We're coming into triangle pose, or what's similar to a downward facing dog in a Hatha Vinyasa practice. Lifting those hips up, we're gonna hold ourselves here. Walk this out for the first couple breaths, continuing to stretch the backs of the legs. Then when you find some stillness here, we're gonna start a breath pattern. It's a 4 sniff in through the nose and 1 out. So 4 sniffs in, finding your max breath, exhaling. 4 breaths in, 1 breath out through the nose. So 4 sniffs in, 1 breath out. Find that rhythm. Eyes are looking at your belly. Eyes are still a little open, but looking down towards the belly. Good, last 15 seconds here. Keep pressing into the hands. Inhale deeply one time, really lift the hips up towards the sky, press into those hands. Exhale, relax, bring the knees down. Come all the way down onto your back. Come lay on your back. Actually, I'm sorry, come lay on the belly. Come lay on the belly. Bring your left cheek onto the mat, look over to the right. Got one more exercise before we come in to lay on our backs. So laying on the belly for a moment, arms by the side. Just take a few breaths here to relax. We're gonna really strengthen the back side of our body. So hands are gonna come together in prayer pose and you're gonna bring that over your head on the floor. So coming, reaching the arms out on the ground in front of you, palms come, pressing together. Zip the legs up behind you. And we're gonna move with the breath. On the inhale, lift your whole body up, keeping the not bending the elbows or the knees, but lift the whole body off of the ground. Just the belly is relaxing on the ground. And then exhale, come back down. So lifting, using, engaging the back to lift the arms up, to lift the legs up, keeping the legs straight, but lifting them up as high as you can. It might not be super high. And then exhale, coming back down onto the floor. Inhaling up into locust. Exhale, coming down. Good. This is your last exercise before we come into the relaxation. So really work for this here. Realize that it's undoing all that time. It's working the muscles that are opposing all of the slumping forward that we do. Looking at our phone, looking at our computer, sitting at in the car. Open your body back up. Really good. Last bit of work here. Really breathing deeply to lift yourself up as high as you can, coming back down. Last little bit of work here. Last 20 seconds. Good. I want you to give me one more. Inhale all the way up, hold it up, lift up, reach up as high as you can, get as high as you can. Exhale, relax down, and then just flop it over onto your back and come and relax on your back. Arms by the side. A nice gong relaxation. Just completely relaxing on the back, letting everything go. And the arms rest by the side, palms facing up. Whole body relaxed. Slowly coming up out of this relaxed state by wiggling the fingers and wiggling the toes, circling the hands on the wrists, and circling the feet on the ankles. And take a nice big full body stretch. Reach the arms up over the head, push through your heels, do a big full body stretch. Bring your knees into your chest and wrap your arms around your knees. And you can rock side to side. And then you can bring the left leg long, keep the right knee in towards the chest. Reach your right arm out to the side and bring the left knee up and bring the right knee up and over to the left. Coming into a cat stretch. And coming back to center, bringing both knees in. And switching it out, right leg long, left knee in. Left knee comes up and over, going over to the other side, twisting to the right. Taking a few breaths here. Great. All right, coming back to center, bring both knees in, rocking up and down the spine. We're going to come into our meditation now. So finding a comfortable seat means that your knees are below your hip joints. So whatever you need to sit on so that your knees aren't super high, that's going to help you to have a straight spine. It doesn't matter how high of a thing you need to sit on, really doesn't. What's important is that you're able to have a straight spine. So if it's a bolster and you have a bolster, sit on a bolster. If it's a big pillow, sit on a pillow. If it's a cushion, if it's a rolled up yoga mat, if it's a rolled up blanket, whatever it is that helps you so that you can sit, or a turtle, whatever you got. Okay, so let those knees feel relaxed. And if this isn't the position for you, you can always bring your feet out a little bit further or put something underneath the knees to support the knees. That can be helpful as well. So we're going to do this meditation for the negative mind to help get rid of negative thoughts and also to help to create that strong filter of protection for your mind. So the hands are going to come into little cups, okay? The right hand is in the left, and you're going to hold this in front of your heart center, okay? So hands are like kind of cupped together, right hand and left, so the fingers are kind of crossed, and you have this right in front of your heart. Now we want this right here because we're going to use the breath with this. So you're going to inhale as slow as you can through the nose. I want you to take the slowest breath that you can. And then through the mouth, I want you to focus the lips down at the cupped hands and blow the breath into the cupped hands so you can feel it in your hands. And again, slow breath out. So it's a really slow inhale through the nose. And then blowing the breath through the lips to your cupped hands. As you're doing this, if there's any persistent thoughts or any negative thoughts that you've had, I want you to work with them here consciously. So as you inhale, feel whatever you feel with that negative thought, feel it in the body. And then on the exhale, feel yourself letting it go. Feel it coming out of the body. Feel it going out with the breath, out with that exhale. And then again, if you need to keep working with that particular thought, you just keep inhaling it, feeling it, noticing what it feels like, and then exhale, let it go. Breathing it out on that slow breath. Get your breath so slow that it really starts to calm the mind. Any negative thoughts, just feel their impact and then let them go. It's really going to calm you down. You're going to calm down the mind and the body and help to let go of those thoughts that don't serve you and help create a protective shield against future fears or negative thoughts. Really good. Keeping the spine tall, including the head, the neck, keeping that head lifting up. And just focus as much as you can on that breath. Let that breath clear you. Let it calm you. Let it change you. Good. Keep going. Keep the breath steady. Spine straight. Breathing that exhale into the palms. Feeling how things are leaving. Feeling how the negativity is leaving. Let it go through the exhale. Good. To finish, inhale, exhale, lock the breath out, get all the breath out, and then squeeze the belly in, hold the breath out, feel your spine, concentrate on your spine, feel like your spine is perfectly straight, is a rod going up and down the spine. Feel a strong spine, hold the breath out, inhale, big breath in, we're gonna do that again, big breath in, and then exhale all the breath out. Get all the breath out, squeeze the belly in and up to lock the breath out, hold the breath out, concentrate on your spine. From the base of the spine to the top of the spine, feel it. Inhale. Last time, exhale. Lock the breath out by locking in the navel, squeezing the navel in, hold. Exhale and relax, relax. I'm sorry, inhale and relax the hands down, close the eyes. Just relax. If you need to adjust your seat or make any adjustments, make those simple adjustments and then find yourself back in a relaxed state so you can really experience the benefit of the practice, the shifts and the changes. Let's bring our hands together back into prayer pose, elbows out to the side. We'll close with 3 long Satnams, recognizing the truth in ourselves, the truth in the other, the truth in our world, and living and breathing that truth. Take a deep breath in. Sat Nam Sat Nam. Sat. Nam. Thumbs up, finding something to be grateful for in your life and bowing to that. Satnam. Okay, we'll balance this out next week with a